Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord, our Savior, and our Deliverer, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah. Called Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this 100% truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety into the hopeful elect. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Shalom. It's the brother Abiyah with another lesson through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying into the hopeful elect, man. All right. And through the spirit, the spirit was on me to go into, into these women. All right. I watched a lesson by the elder brother out there in Chicago, I believe. His channel is, I believe it's Ariala, or something along that lines. Salakia for not remembering that, but yeah, I watched that brother's video. It was entitled, what was it? If she can listen to her boss, or if she can submit to her boss, she can do the same to you. Roughly paraphrasing how he worded the title. But this is just a, I guess my response to that, because hey, we all going through it, as far as us brothers, and it's true. We all, all either going through it or went through it, as far as these rebellious women dealing with, their lack of respect, their rebelliousness, their lack in fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because we know a woman, by a woman serving her man, that is a woman serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, it's an order. Matter of fact, let me get that first. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22. Wives, and really, man, our so-called wives that we have today, they really not our wives, man. Unless you a brother who just happened to have a woman whose virginity you took, who you were the first man that she ever been with, and the only man that she ever been with. These women really ain't our wives, man. A woman's husband is the first man, which it really should be the only man, but but the first man that a woman sleeps with, because sex is marriage, that man is her husband. So these women really ain't our husbands, man. Salakia. These women really ain't our wives. Salakia for the slip of the tongue. All right, but back to Ephesians 5 and 22. It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. All right, again, because submitting to your husband is you submitting to the Lord. Because the man, as I'm going to continue, it says verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife. But they love to say that we're not the head, their head. A lot of these women, particularly these, the so-called black woman, which is a special kind of woman. I'm gonna just keep it as spiritual as possible within this lesson, man. The so-called black woman is a special kind of woman, and it's not in a good way. All right, but they love to say, "Oh, you're not my father," or who is you? I don't have to listen to you. They have the utmost disrespect for their husbands, man. And little do they know, man, whether they know or not, and they just don't fear. The Lord is seeing all of that. All right, but hey, we understand as men, right? Looking through, filtering everything through the scriptures. We understand why these women are the way that they are. That don't mean it's, that don't make it any better. We still hate this shit. We still, it's still a burden to have to deal with. But we understand that we did the same thing to the Lord. We was rebellious. We was, blatantly disrespectful to the Lord. So the Lord made our women the same way with us, as we are, right? As us men are the woman of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. The Lord made our women how we was to the Lord. And that's just what we got to deal with, man. But it's, but continuing on, it says, even as, I'm going to start over. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body, right? Therefore, as the church is subject unto Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything, right? So the women are supposed to be subject to their husbands, right? Meaning you're supposed to submit. You're supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to, let your man rule over you and lead you, right? But these women, they hate it. They absolutely hate. And as that brother was going into in his lesson, man, and it was a perfect point. And brothers say this all the time. These women will submit to their boss. And I've personally experienced this. Personally dealt with it. These women will submit to their boss. They will submit to damn near any other man outside of their husband. I had this, personal testimony. My so-called woman, my demon, she came back from work one day. And, basically, to make a long story short, she told me how her boss was real disrespectful and, talking to her crazy, like, talking to her any kind of way, because she had started a new job or whatever. And she thought her shift was up, but her boss basically told her, like, no, you're not leaving until I tell you can leave. And she said she was holding back tears and she wanted to just cuss him out and walk off, basically saying she wanted to just say F the job and walk away. But she said she stayed. And I was, thinking in my head, like, well, damn, if only you had that same respect for me. If only you had that submission for me. That humbleness. She humbled herself to her boss. But these women, they feel like they getting something out of working. They feel like they owe that to these bosses and these higher authorities. Like the brother mentioned, they will submit. These women will submit to police officers and authority figures, or so to speak. But they will never, or rarely, very rarely, it's damn near a grievous thing for them to submit to their husbands. But it was no problem in her, sucking it up, humbling herself and holding her tongue, because she knew there would be consequences if she would have bucked up. She would have lost her job. She would have lost the income. How much more a man, dealing with a man of the Lord, and you dealing with your man, like a dragon. There's no humbleness. There's no fear of the Lord. All right, but that's what we got to deal with. All right, but we as men, man, we're the head of the woman, man. As Hamashiach Yahushua is our head, and the Heavenly Father is the head of Yahushua. There's an order. So if we supposed to be subject to Yahushua, which a lot of these rebellious Israelites, they don't even want to admit that. But we supposed to be subject to Yahushua as Yahushua is subject to the Father. What makes these women think that they're exempt or above being in subject to us as men? Part of it is being enabled by Esau and receiving these benefits and being put on a certain level, having all of that liberty that they have, getting nurtured by Esau. Part of it is just, again, these women are really not our wives, man. They don't know how to pair bond. They don't know how to submit. These women don't know how to be feminine, especially the so-called black woman. You would think these women got a set of balls, the way that they speak, the way that they conduct themselves. And personally, it's to the point to where I'm completely turned off by so-called black women, and that's just the facts. I don't care how nobody think about it. Don't get me wrong. I still see Jake women, but for the most part, man, they through, man. Salaki. All right, Salaki for that. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on. I got this short clip, basically speaking on, the state of our women, man. All right, and this particular video is speaking about the so-called Hispanic woman and versus the way that the so-called black woman was raised. But really, man, it's Israelite women all together, man. Even though these so-called black women are the worst, man, in the way that they are, man. But I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna get some scripts, man.
They're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real. Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. The daddy was.
That's facts. that's facts, man. And we all, for the most part, I'm gonna speak for myself. I experienced it, right? Dealing with women, even my own mother. This is the new norm. This is what's become normal. All women being raised to be so-called independent, to be strong, self-made, had that I don't need no man spirit, man. I can get it on my own. I did this by myself. That whole spirit, that whole mentality, that's going to come to an end. That's going to be done away with. Why? Because when these perils, right, these evils come upon this world, man, come upon the earth, everybody is going to be subject to their lot. Everybody is going to be subject to their nature. All right? Men are going to, especially, particularly men of the Lord, man. We're going to have to gird up. We're going to have to, endure. We're going to have to fight. And, we're natural protectors. We're natural providers. Just like women, they're supposed to be natural nurturers. All right, they're naturally supposed to want to serve. We get this etymology of the word woman first. All right, this is the etymology of the word woman. It says, woman, female servant, which only further validates the scriptures, man. Right, the scriptures is valid within themselves, but the proof is in the pudding. A woman is a female servant. The scriptures say man was not made for the woman, but the woman for the man. The woman was made to serve the man, not vice versa. Right? But nowadays we have men serving these women. This is how it is. So this is why they've adapted this disrespectful mentality, this attitude. They can't be told anything. They don't know how to take instruction. They don't know how to be feminine. They don't know how to submit. They don't know how to pair bond because they wasn't taught to be brought up and want to be with one man. No, they've been taught to use these men. That's literally what these mothers are teaching these women, man. These young girls. Get as much out of them as you can. You have women boasting and having multiple children by multiple men because they're receiving multiple checks. That's a real thing, man. Which is wicked as all hell. These women are supposed to be servants. But I'm gonna continue to play this video.
Wasn't shit. I raised you alone by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Spanish girl is raised to serve. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got out with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spaz on her in Spanish about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up, my own plate, she gonna say, that's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like woman.
And it's just true. It's just facts. This is facts. A lot of women do not like the truth, but it don't matter. The truth is the truth. You either take it and you examine yourself and you adapt to it, which these women, most of these women, I'm not gonna say all of them, most of these women don't have it in them to examine themselves, because self-examination comes with acknowledgement. Self-examination comes with accountability, which it's like they're allergic to that. They're allergic to accountability and actually acknowledging their faults and putting forth effort to get it right. This is why there's so much contention within the Israelite man's household. We don't have the rule over our households. A woman, these women don't hesitate to talk crazy out of their neck to their man. There's no fear. There's no fear, ultimately. In order to have respect, you have to have fear. When you respect somebody, you fear that person. Or you at least fear what comes with if you disrespect that person. You don't necessarily have to fear that person, particularly, but you fear what comes with disrespecting that person. So you respect that person. These women don't fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, so they disrespect their men. They don't know how to submit. They don't know how to serve. Let you tell a woman that she is naturally supposed to be a servant, she's going to flip out. A so-called black woman. Tell a so-called black woman that she's made to be a servant, she's going to cuss you out. She's gonna call you all type of niggas and MFs and, damn near want to swing on you and then smack you in your face. Like, what? What are you talking about? I ain't serving to no nigga. I ain't no damn slave. That's what they like to say. I ain't your slave. I'm not your maid. A woman's supposed to clean up after, personally, I'm a clean man myself. I like to keep things tidy and in order. I like being organized. But it be certain days when, I may be tired or I'm human. It is what it is. But, you leave something around, a woman damn near want to, cuss you out about it. Rather than doing what she's supposed to do, keeping her house in order, keeping her house clean, and, taking care of her man. Taking some stress off of him. That's what a woman is supposed to do. All right? But most of these women, they're instead of being that peace, they add to the stress that we already have to deal with as men, man. As that brother, the brother video that I went in or watched, he went into that. And the spirit just sparked in me, like, hey, I can relate. So through the spirit, I'm gonna do a lesson. These women bring more grief to their men than they do peace, if any peace at all. It's a constant sigh. It's like literally, right? Spiritually and literally, it's a constant sigh of, damn, I gotta deal with this shit. It's only so much longer we're gonna have to deal with it, man, but shit. In the meantime, this shit is, this shit ain't joyous, man. And we don't delight in it, just like the Lord didn't delight in our actions. And we gotta deal with it. We gotta go through it. We will have those virtuous, submissive, feminine wives in the kingdom. This is what we got to deal with right now. All right, but this is Sirach 26:1. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, right? An honorable wife. Matter of fact, let me look into that word virtuous. Right, really, you gotta pick and choose when it comes to these words. All right, so when dealing with women, man, a virtuous woman, it says righteous. All right, quality of good quality, goodness. All right, now the other words, is dealing with the man, but having beneficial or efficacious properties. I want to see what that word efficacious means. Sure to have the desired effect. All right. These women are less than desirable, man. To the point to where you don't even want to be around them. You want to be everywhere but where they are. And that's not supposed to be like that. Continuing in Sirach 26 and 2. Well, I'm going to start at 1 again. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife. It's a blessing to have a wife who's in order, man. A wife who can serve, can be your peace. It's a blessing. It says, a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Yeah, because that woman is going to play her role. She's going to do what she can to take as much stress off of that man as possible. A man already, as soon as a man is born, he's already fighting. It's a constant fight when it comes to the Israelite man. Everybody's already against us. Why does, but the scriptures speak about that, how a prophet is without honor within his own home. But why is it that a man has to go out in the world and fight off, spiritual demons? Why does a man have to fight off Salakia? Why does a man have to fight off people that's against us? We have to fight within ourselves, our own minds, but then we gotta fight with our women. A lot of these women enable kids to not respect the man. Not only does the woman not respect the man, but they enable their children to not respect the man. It's ass backwards, man. But a virtuous woman will bring joy to a man, to the point to where that man's life can be prolonged. One of the major killers is stress. One of the top killers is stress. And these women they got plenty of it. That shit is bountiful with them. A lot of these women, they like chaos. They like contention and turmoil. A real man of the Lord loves peace, man. Loves peace of mind, tranquility, right? Quiet. The scriptures speak about clamorous women, man. Loud, real mouthy. Always got something to say. Always gotta, even if they wrong, they don't know how to shut up. Take accountability. Be mature and shut up. These women they like children. Verse 3, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. And again, I'm not going to speak for every brother because I don't know every brother's situation. Right? But in this time, I don't have a good wife. I don't have a wife. Eventually, we will get that. We're going to get wives, but right now I don't have a wife. I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't have a wife, right? And definitely not a good one. But we will get that. Those things are coming, man. We just gotta, we gotta go through the motions. All right, we're gonna go to Sirach 25, so let me make sure I got all those. Oh, so I didn't even get all the other ones. All right, back to Sirach 26 and 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband. Man, how beautiful it would be to have a graceful wife, a graceful woman, a woman that, who's in her her feminine energy, who's soft-spoken, quiet, submissive, willing. She's not contrary to you. She's not contentious. She's agreeable. How beautiful that would be to have a graceful wife like that. It says the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion, right? Her willingness to be, or her ability rather to be quiet, to be chaste. You shouldn't even know a woman is in the room. You shouldn't even know she's there. She's respectful. She's she honors you. It will fatten his bones. It's a beautiful thing. Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. I have yet to experience that personally. So brother, I'm sure brothers can agree. Unless you're dealing with a heathen woman, a woman who was raised in another country, or at least was raised by parents who was born in another country, and they do things differently, right? More traditionally, rather than modern westernly. Their women is taught to serve their man, to shut the hell up, to cook, to clean, to do what a woman does. It says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Right? A woman, say, us men, through the Spirit, we're being well instructed, through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? Trying to lead a life according to the scriptures, according to the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And taking heed to the order, we supposed to teach our wives that order, that way, so that they can teach our children up until a certain age, and we take over. But it's an order to things, man. These women have broken the order. It's like a chain with a link missing. There's a link missing, so things ain't running smoothly. It's turbulent right now. A woman who knows how to listen, she's going to be well instructed. They don't know how to take instruction. They hate it. They absolutely hate when you tell them something, because it's you. But let Daddy Esau tell them something. Yes, sir. They might as well say, yes, Lord. Might as well say yes, Lord to Esau and these other, figures of authority that these women submit to so readily, so easily. It's like when you go, that's like, damn, when you can be laughing and smiling and cheesing all the way till you get up to the door where your woman is in the house. As soon as you walk through that door, the smile gets wiped off of your face, because you already expect that peace, whatever little bit of peace you may have had for that short moment, is no more. Something is going to come up, always. Verse 15, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. These women are not shamefaced, man. A shamefaced woman is a meek, humble woman. In order to be shamefaced, you have to acknowledge. Again, going back to accountability and acknowledging. In order to be shamefaced, you have to recognize what it is you're doing, so that you can be shameful. These women are shameless. It's a bunch of bitches, man. That's what they are. They bitches. They shameless dogs. They call each other bitch all day. Bitch, But as soon as you call a bitch, it's just a spade. But as soon as you call a bitch, oh, it's hell. It's war. Hey. All right. Same book, Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. In three things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before the Most High and men: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. This is something that's pleasing. This is pleasing. First of all, this is the order that the Lord set up. So of course it's going to be pleasing to the Lord. But it's not so. These women do everything but agree with their man. Majority of them. But they'll agree with their co-worker. They'll agree with their boss. They'll agree with the neighbor. You ever heard your woman on the phone, talking to somebody, and they just be talking so sweet, so submissively, so femininely. But as soon as they get off that phone, what? What are you talking about? No. All that masculine energy, all that, disagreeableness. That's not desirable. That's not something a true man wants. A man wants peace. A man wants peace. What more can you say? A man wants peace. And that's it. A man just wants peace, man. But we not gonna get it right now. This ain't our race. Right? We're not gonna get it in the world. We're not gonna get it in our homes. We're not gonna get it right now. It'd be a blessing to have a woman who at least, who's at least tolerable. We tolerate now, but man. Verse 8. Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding. Which is, man, that's like finding a gold coin in a dirt field. How often is that gonna happen? Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding. A woman who knows how to, listen, who knows how to communicate. They don't know how to communicate. Women don't know how to. They're not logical creatures. Everything is based off of emotion and impulsiveness and feelings. Me. I feel like this. I feel like that. You can't, you can't have a mature conversation. You can rarely have a mature conversation with these women. In order for a woman to, so for the most part, man, a lot of these women have to be in a damn good mood to even talk submissively to you. Other than that, you gonna get what you get. It says, and that have not slipped with his tongue, and that have not served the man more unworthy than himself. The point being in the first part of the scripture, man. A man is going to be well if he dwells with a woman of understanding, which most of these women they don't have the understanding. It's not there. Verse 13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And that says a whole lot. That says everything. As many wickednesses, if that's a word, as many wickednesses as it is, the wickedness of a woman is above all. Above all. It's verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Why do you think we see so many women, particularly black women, going missing? That's not something we want to see. That's not something we, that's we find amusing. But the fact of the matter is, it's judgment, man. It's a lot of black women going missing. It's a lot of black women being kidnapped and beat and getting killed and shot, and these murder-suicides, and why you think that is? You don't see that a lot happening with, you see it happening with the Northern Kingdom, but not as much as the Southern Kingdom. You really don't see it too much at all with so-called Native Americans. Not to say it's not happening, but hey, we see why these things are happening. These women are proud, and pride goeth before destruction. You women don't fear the Lord. You Israelite women, all of you Israelite women, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American women, particularly you so-called black women, you don't fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And as that brother, Elder Salaki, that elder went into, especially you women that claim to be in the truth and to know the Lord. You really don't fear. You really don't fear the Lord. You don't. It's just more of a reason for you to act like a demon. Think you on the level. Think you know something when you don't know it. You don't have it. You don't got it. You don't know what you think you know. And it's especially these APTTMH women thinking that they dealing or that the Most High is dealing with them directly. You're a fool to believe that, because the Most High ain't dealing with none of us directly. And the man is above the woman, and the Most High ain't even dealing with us directly. What the hell makes these women think that the Most High is dealing with them directly? They love it, man. But that's not so. You have to go through your man, just like we have to go through Yahweh Shai. You have to go through your man. You have to submit. Everybody got to submit to somebody. Everybody has to submit to somebody, except the Most High, Yahweh. Everybody has to submit to somebody. The children have to submit to the parents, right? The mom, ultimately the father, right? Us men have to submit to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai submits to the father. In that order, allows us all to submit to the Father directly. It's not. You can't skip and it's just you and the Father. No, you have to go through that order. But these women do not fear the Lord, so they don't respect their men. They don't know how to be peaceful. They don't know what that is. Shit, we don't know what it is to experience that peace. Damn, it said all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. These women getting their taking men's children away from them. Men's children. Like the Elder Kazak was saying, them not your children. Them our children. They came from us. They think because they carried a child for 9 months that that's their children. Because the government says that's their children, that's their children. That's not so. The Lord gonna put all this shit in order, man. Verse 20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Dealing with a brawling, contentious woman, always want to argue, always got some shit to say, just always right, can't do no wrong. That's burdensome. That shit is man, it's burdensome, man. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, man. And these women wonder, right? We're looking in the eyes of the world. Let's speak in the eyes of the world real quick. The so-called black woman is the most divorced women, right? Dealing with so-called race. These so-called black women are the most divorced. They're having the most divorces out of all the women. White women, Chinese women, Hispanic women, right? These Elamites, Ishmaelites, them Ishmaelite and Elamites be going through some shit too. But they come from a different culture. They really copying our culture. That Eastern mindset of knowing how the hell to be in order, or knowing your place as a woman. Yeah, they went off. They've adapted that Western mindset, but for the most part, they know what's up. But our women, forget about it. Forget about it. We gonna get it in the kingdom. But these women are going to be humbled, nonetheless. Just because we can't have it right now, just because it's not meant to be like that right now, these women will be humbled. Everybody's about to be humbled. But these women, man, they about to be humbled on a whole nother level. Especially these women that's been dealing with real men of the Lord, the prophets. Man, these women say some of the most foul shit to the prophets, man. These women say some of anything. They say some foul shit. You ain't no prophet. Why is that? It's not going to be like that forever. The order is going to be established. Women are going to be women. They're going to be forced to, or they're going to die. They're going to submit. They're going to come back, and they're going to humble themselves. They're going to cast dust upon their heads, and they're going to humble themselves before the men, or they're going to die. Especially these women that's been dealing with the prophets wrong. Knowing that these men are prophets. We ain't talking about these niggas in the world that claim to be prophets, these false prophets that's using the word to deal certain ways that's not of the Lord, man. We're not talking about them, man. We talking about the real men of the Lord that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua with fear. Those men that have these women that don't know how to get in order, they're going to either get in order when, like it says, man, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. As the elder Amawan Gabar said, why do you think these women are, that Isaiah 4:1? Why do you think that's going to happen? How do you think that's going to happen? Something terrible is going to happen. And these women are either going to stay proud and stiff-necked, they're going to remain rebellious, and they're going to fucking die, or they're going to humble down. And they're not going to be thinking about you having multiple women and all that other vain, unnecessary stuff. They're not going to be thinking about that. But for the ones who the Lord going to deal with and have mercy on, that's what it is. All right, we're continuing on. It says, as the climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, man. Just think of an old 70, 80-year-old man who's getting weak, who's not as strong as he used to be. His feet are, older people, they get tired easier. Just think of this man trying to climb up a sandy hill. It's grieving. It's wearisome. That's the same way a wife who's full of words is to a quiet man. It don't mix. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And again, a real man wants peace. These other niggas in the world, because I hear it all the time. These women, these niggas be talking about they like a feisty woman, a woman who got a little whatever the hell they be saying. These men are really homosexuals, man. They really like men. For you to want a woman who talks back to you, to want a woman who, always got something to say, that you want a man. We ain't into that. I want a quiet woman, a woman who, you don't have to ask a real woman. She's gonna know. A real woman who pays attention to her man and who really wants to please her man and serve her man. She's gonna know what that man wants. You're not gonna have to ask her all the time, at least. She ain't gonna be able to read your mind. Not saying that. But for the most part, she's gonna know what you like. She's gonna know you like foot rubs after a long day. She's gonna know you like massages, after you come home from working out. She's gonna know you what kind of food you like to eat. She's gonna know, on certain days you like to, sip some wine or, sip a little whiskey or something. She gonna know. You're not gonna have to ask her, and then when you ask her, she's not gonna be, upset or, what the hell is that about? Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for her pleasure. Yeah, beauty is vain, man. That ain't, of course we love beautiful women, man. We love beautiful women, of course. It's in our nature. But that's not what makes a woman, man. That's a plus. If you beautiful, cool. But a beautiful woman who actually knows how to be a woman, that is a prize. That's a jewel right there. If that woman is beautiful, outwardly, that's cool. But if that woman is beautiful on the inside, that's a gift, man. If that woman is submissive, she's feminine, she knows how to serve you, she knows how to do what the hell she got to do as a woman, that is a prize. That's a real woman. That's a real wife. We don't have real wives right now. I say, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Don't get all head over heels over no. I'm about to say, something else, but don't get all head over heels over these women, man. They not the prize, man. These women don't got it, man. A lot of them, they pH balance off. Like the scriptures speak about. Instead of a sweet smell, they shall have stink. Yeah, your pH balance is off. That's dealing with women. Period. A lot of these so-called bad bitches, they walk around with wet wipes, man, and that's just facts. They ain't bathing. They taking these bird baths, these little ass showers. They're not really cleansing themselves. They're not taking care of they're not being mindful of their diet. Cleansing out whatever little impurities and whatever is causing that stink. They're not taking care of that. These women don't like fruits and vegetables like that. Most of them. Damn sure not the so-called black woman. They love chicken fingers. They love fucking French fries and all that type of stuff. They're not trying to eat vegetables and fruits and all that. They're not worried about what they can do for themselves to please you. No, they're gonna do what the hell they want to do because they want to do it, and they will tell you that. They will literally tell you, "This is what I want to do." Verse 22: a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Matter of fact, that word continent, I forgot to look that word up. Let's see what that is. It said her continent mind shall not be valued. Alright. Continent. Her continent mind shall not be valued. It says self-restraining, temperate, abstemious, especially abstaining from or moderate in sexual intercourse, holding together, to hold back. They don't know how to hold it together. They don't know how to hold even just dealing with their tongue, let alone their actions, and they don't know how to hold back their tongue. They don't know how to self-restrain. Like I mentioned earlier in this video. I mentioned earlier in the video how my woman came back and complained to me about her boss talking to her crazy. She restrained herself from talking back, and she got the fucking job done and came back home. Why you can't do that at home? Why you can't shut your damn mouth even when you know you're wrong? Why you can't shut your mouth and just suck it up? Just go about it. Just go about your day. They don't know how to self-restrain. But back to this, I wanted to look up the other word, impudence. These women are disrespectful, man. Impudent. It says without shame, shameless. Right? Ashamed. No, it's the opposite of being modest. Right? To cause shame. These women are shameless. Alright, I'm gonna look up impudence. Matter of fact, I think it was the Google definition. Yep. It says not showing due respect for another person, impertinent. Your man paying bills. Even if your man ain't paying bills, like it just said in Sirach, if a woman maintain her husband, meaning if she just so happen, the man is down right now, this woman is taking taking care of her husband, sewing things together, looking out. You ain't supposed to hold that over that man's head. You're not supposed to throw that up in that man's face. But it says not showing due respect for another person. You still supposed to respect that man as a man, even though he's not, in a position that he should be in at the time. That don't make you justified in disrespecting that man. But these women, man, a woman if she Sirach 25 and 22, a woman if she maintain her husband is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Always want to throw some, always want to talk shit, always want to throw something up in your face, always want to try to prove a point, power struck, walking around like they, got nuts. 23, a wicked woman abateth the courage, right? Meaning to decrease or to, diminish the courage. A lot of these men, they get with these women. It can be a so-called masculine man. They get with certain of these women and they turn soft, which is they really were soft altogether, from the beginning. But they turn soft. They become submissive to these women. They let the woman rule. It says maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. It's always you grieving that man's mind, man. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. That's plain, man. A man is already going through enough shit, already enough burdens, already enough, demons. You're supposed to be there to comfort that man. Little do these women know, the more you comfort your man, the more it makes that man want to do for you. But these women expect everything though. But don't want to, man. We're gonna continue on. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go to Sirach 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. Okay, again, so we do love beautiful women, of course. We're men. But a pig with a golden jewel in the snout is still a fucking pig. Slocky for my language, man, but it is what it is. It don't mean anything if you're not beautiful on the inside. If your spirit is not pure, man. If you're not virtuous. Of course, a woman ain't expecting nobody to be perfect, man. But damn, these women don't try. They don't try. It's like F it. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then it's not her husband like other men. Yeah, because he has something that a lot of men don't have. Other men don't have. And that's a respectful, humble, submissive, meek woman. A feminine woman. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. Yeah, y'all women are our possession. Y'all belong to us. You're supposed to serve us. A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. This is what a woman is supposed to be when you get a wife. She's supposed to be a pillar of rest. She's supposed to bring you more peace. Right? Relieve some stress. But no, they only add to it. Oh, man. But these women, man, they're going to fear. They're going to fear the Lord eventually. Right? They're going to get it right. Proverbs 12 and 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, But she that maketh ashamed, she that is impudent, is as rottenness in his bones. You don't want to be rottenness to your husband's bones, man. You want to be that fatness. You want to be, you want to be the one that make his bones fat, man. You want to help increase that, man. You want to be that help. Proverbs 21 and 19. It says, "It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman." And like I said, man, like a climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a woman who is full of words to a quiet man. A man will flee from something like that. Don't want to be around it. Don't want nothing to do with it. You wonder why. I ain't gonna go there, but hey, these women don't understand how much can come from just shutting their mouth, just submitting. They don't know how much can come from, respecting your man. They don't know. They don't understand. All right, we're gonna go to Proverbs 31 now. This is what we want. This is what we're gonna get eventually, man. Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. This is a virtuous woman is a valuable possession. Because not everybody can get it. Not everybody has it. Not every woman is a virtuous. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. You don't have to worry about this woman stepping out on you. You don't have to worry about her lying. You don't have to worry about her bucking up and disrespecting you in public, or none of that. So that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Let me get that in the NLT, see what it says. Proverbs 31 and 10 in NLT. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. That's plain, man. All right? You're supposed to bring your man good, man. Not more evil, not more grief. Making the man weary, making this man, weak. Supposed to be strength to this man. Verse 26. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Like I said, man, well is him that dwelleth with a woman of understanding. That's a beautiful thing, man. But these women don't have wisdom. When they open their mouth, it's pure BS that comes out. It's pure folly, right? Madness, confusion. A woman to sit up there and argue with you and have absolutely no point, but just want to argue with you, just so you're not right. Even though you may be right, just so you're not right, or they want to just get the last word, or whatever the case may be. They just go. So you can't argue with a woman. You can't argue with a woman, man. All right? You shouldn't have to. Verse 27, she looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. That woman is going to stay occupied doing what she's supposed to be doing. She's going to stay productive as a woman, right? She's going to increase her household. Like it says, man, a wise woman buildeth up her house, but a foolish woman plucketh it down with her hands, roughly paraphrasing. These women, they constantly break up their households with their attitude. With their words, with their actions. It can be a lot, the Israelite home is the most broken up. And men ain't perfect. It got something to do with men too. But for the most part, it's these damn women, man. Driving the man to do what the hell they do. Verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh shall be praised. All right, And your actions is going to speak for you. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to do anything. Your actions, the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself as a woman is going to speak for you. It's going to be your adornment. It's going to, you're going to have that shine. You're going to have that glow. Shit, you go out in public. Most of these Israelite women that be with their men, they don't know how to keep their eyes to themselves. They're not dressed modestly whatsoever. They got locks on their phones and shit, Not saying that, because I'm not the type of person to do that type of stuff. Is going through a woman's phone. I'm not into that. But the fact that a woman has a lock on her phone, what are you locking your phone for? What are you hiding? And why are you trying to go through your man's phone? As Elder Apostle Elder Apostle Rakar said. Are you trying to go through your man's phone, but your phone is locked? The audacity. A woman that fears Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall be praised, man. And that's the women that's going to be manifesting these last days. We're going to see the true women, right? Brothers going to have real women, man. All right. Get a couple more scripts and close it out. Job 39:17. Because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. It all boils down to, first of all, them not fearing the Lord, and they don't have understanding. They don't know what they're doing. It's being accounted for. The scriptures say every idle word that man shall speak, he shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. That's not just talking about men. That's not just talking about men, man. These things, again, man, these women, especially when they're dealing with a prophet, they say some of the most foul, disrespectful things to these men. Knowing that these men are prophets. Every idle word is going to be accounted for, man. Including to you women. Or for you women. You women that you don't have, they think these women really be thinking they know something, that they really, on a certain level. But they're deceived. All right, let me get this last script and then I'm going to close it up, man. The Lord about to humble these women, man. The Lord is really about to humble these women. And we see it. It's in the air. We see it, man. They waxing way too damn proud. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. And that's not just talking about men either. It's talking about these women as well. These women despise wisdom and instruction. They don't want to be led. They don't want to be in subjection. They don't want to follow order. They want to be the order. They want to call the shots. They want to be the big boss. Right? But, hey, we'll see. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakudash. Love, honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety unto the hopeful elect. DTA Abad Babal. Soon, Wakam Yashallah. Hey, Shalom.